Yorkville 2024, the National Republican Convention will end tonight when former President Donald Trump takes the stage just days after an assassination attempt. Julia Benbrook joining us live once again from the RNC in Milwaukee with more on what we can expect tonight. Julia, good evening to you.
We're live in Milwaukee.
Good evening, Phil. Sources say that Trump has been intensely focused on this acceptance speech, personally dictating and writing parts of the address. Now, he's told people close to him that he is hoping to strike a unifying tone. It's the final day of the Republican National Convention, capping off a unifying week for the party, where even some former critics pledged their loyalty to former President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump has my strong endorsement, period.
Let's make the 45th President of the United States the 47th President of the United States.
Make Donald J. Trump our president again.
Trump will accept the GOP presidential nomination just days after surviving an assassination attempt. One audience member was killed in that shooting. Trump's family says that day has made a lasting impact.
I think these are momentous occasions that change people permanently.
In new video obtained by PBS News, Trump reflects on his near-death experience while speaking to a group of supporters in Milwaukee.
It changes your attitude, your viewpoint on life, and I think you appreciate God even more.
Trump has told the Washington Examiner that he's rewritten his speech in the wake of Saturday's violence.
I think you're going to see a beautiful speech. You're going to see a motivational speech.
Many are waiting to see if the former president will tone down the combative language he's known for. The Trump family is expected to be in the crowd tonight. While several of his children have been here throughout the week, this is the first time we expect to see former First Lady Melania Trump in the audience. Now, we do expect the former president to discuss some of the core themes guiding his campaign, focusing on crime, immigration, inflation, and the economy, all issues that the Trump campaign believes will be key to success come November. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Julia Benbrook, Wish TV.
And we will have that speech live here on Wish TV. Julia, thank you very much.